What is going on, everybody, and welcome to another Simply Reliable Studios watch along presentation. This time, as GCW presents Josh Barnett's Bloodsport 14. It is I, the Renegade of Wrestling, JJ Wrestling. I'm tired. It's still early. It is I, the Renegade of Wrestling, JJ Williams, here with Mr. Reliable Walter Cruz. No, don't flip flop. Don't flip flop it because this is one of those rare things. You're the MMA guy.
Gotcha.
You're the lead of this show. I'm the color guy here. You know, you're the MMA guy, so you're the one that's gotta carry me through this. But we've got 9 fights announced. And we've got WWE representation. We've got MLW representation. We've got TNA representation. We've got GCW representation. The WXW Unified World Champion is in action here, non-title. We've got WWE ID prospects on the card. There's just a lot of stuff and commingling. This is one of those true Forbidden Door type of shows. Not to knock or throw shade at AEW's Forbidden Door. Okay, that's not what I'm doing here. Don't get your panties in the bunch, AEW supporters. But for real, the Bloodsport shows are one of those true Forbidden Door type of things because there have been Bloodsports where we have seen WWE, NXT, TNA, AEW, all on the same brand. And it's really the only time and way we can get that. Because GCW has affiliations with all those companies, considering they did the ID showcase. Masha Slamovich is there all the time. The Hardys were there last night. Megan Bain is under contract there and wrestles for them on a regular. Billy Starks was on the show last night. Right there, you've got WWE, you've got TNA, you've got, AEW. So that's one of the things that I think has really helped rope me into the GCW presentations is it feels like they're the true Forbidden Door. What's up, Charles? You know what I mean?
Hell yeah. That's what I love about Bloodsport. And what I just noticed, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think Josh booked himself.
He
I don't
didn't.
see him. Yeah, this is the first one that I've ever called where he didn't book himself. So it's kind of hard to see what was the main event. 'Cause if it was me, I'd do Nattie versus Masha, to be honest.
Yeah,
But
for me, that has to be the main event, dude. That was the first match announced. That's the one that's been promoted the most, and we'll get there. But I think maybe Barnett had some other stuff that he was doing. Possibly he was injured in another fight. I'm not sure because I know he fights outside of Bloodsport. And maybe he was just saving himself in case there was, a card subject to change moment and he needed to peg himself in there.
True.
Somebody wasn't able to show up. Okay, I'll just throw myself in here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's
But
kind of awesome to see.
let's start going through some of these, and I'm going to do the middle row first because those are the matches, no disrespect, that I care about the least.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got Matt Mako versus Ray Jazz. I don't think I've ever seen Ray Jazz before. Matt Mako, James and I saw on a JCW show, Jersey Championship Wrestling. Definitely an intense fighter. Going to be curious to see what he does in the Bloodsport environment here. But again, no disrespect. The middle row is the row that I care about the least. So I'm hoping that some of these are early fights so we can just kind of get them out of the way.
Yeah, Matt
But then
Michael.
again, I also hope that they're a little bit later. That way, if I have to start, I can miss them. You know what
Gotcha.
I
That
mean?
makes sense. Matt Michael. I remember he was in ROH. He had a bang. He had a fight against Willa Yuta. Yeah, so
Okay.
people can check that out because that was a good match.
Oh, wheelie
Um,
useless, as people like to
yeah,
call them.
yeah, and I think he fights tomorrow in the high noon event too.
Yeah,
It,
because
it,
that's a
it,
Jersey Championship Wrestling
yeah,
show. So,
yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's where he comes from is JCW. But we
Hmm.
don't cover a whole lot of JCW, which is why we're not super familiar with him.
Yeah, but I've heard of him, and I, I don't think I've ever seen. Uh, Look, I can't even think of his name right now. The other guy. I don't think I've ever seen him. Jazz. Um, he might have been in the Bloodsport before and been one of the openers that I forgot about, but I don't know much about him either. So we're in the same boat. So blank canvas to see him.
Fair enough. Then we go to Nick Comoroto versus Simon Gotch. Simon Gotch, correct me if I'm wrong, was one of the vaudevillains with Aiden English,
Mm-hmm.
who, of course, Matthew Reinhold does, or Ray Walt, who does commentary on TNA. I've seen Gotch a couple of times on the indies because I'll never forget the mustache.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely looks like an old school vaudeville villain type of gimmick with the mustache, which is probably where they got the tag team name, if we're being fair. But Jeff Statboy and I used to go to this thing out here in California. It's gone now. It was in Long Beach called the All American Melodrama Theater. And they would put on vaudeville like plays, but they were parodies. So they would take something that we knew, like Napoleon Dynamite, and they'd transform it and they'd spoof it Weird Al style and put on like a parody play. And I have a T-shirt from there that says villain, and it's the whole Snidely Whiplash, like you know, Dudley Do Right type of gimmick. The big hat, the big mustache, like he has twisted up. Miss that
So,
place, man. But
so they would like Monty Python it.
yeah, yeah, you know,
That's
they did a
awesome.
Back to the Future style one. They did a Mary Poppins one. So they just took all the sources that you knew and then they twist it like Scary Movie style. So but
That's a
just
really good
just
idea.
looking at these guys, I feel like Comoroto's got the advantage here, but Gotch is a hell of a technician. So you never
Oh
know if
yeah.
the small guy can make Goliath topple.
Yep. I mean, Gotch was in the last Bloodsport, and hell yeah, he still got it, and he performed very well. And I actually think he probably has an amateur wrestling background based on his style that he used the last time he was in Bloodsport. And Nick, if people don't remember, I wasn't watching NXT too heavy then, but he was in NXT before in like 2018, 19, I
Oh,
think.
Nick Comoroto? I did
Yeah,
not know that because
yeah,
obviously I missed the black and gold NXT, but I didn't know
yeah.
he.
He was in
Okay.
NXT. Technically, he's AEW, but he's in the ROH brand right now. But I don't know too much about him either. But I know he's an ROH talent. He's
Okay.
probably one of those that never on front of the camera though. That Tony has literally 100 of them that signed and don't use. So, but I
We're
don't want
not
to bosh
going
him.
there. That's not
Yeah.
for tonight. That's not for today. And
So,
then Timothy Thatcher versus Slade. Now I wonder what kind of form Slade is going to be coming into this with because Slade main evented last night in that tag team death match, teaming with Bear Bronson against Dr. Redacted and Mr. Danger. So he cannot be coming into this, 12 hours later at 100%.
hmm
You know what I mean?
yeah, of course. But to be fair, though, after I like to say when you're a professional wrestler, the only match you've ever 100% in is your first one. After that, you're never 100% again.
That's fair. And then Timothy Thatcher, man, one of those catch-can grapplers. So this is going to be a sheer brawler versus technical type of bout here.
Mm-hmm. Thatcher fought yesterday as well, so I mean, there's no way he's fully recovered. He had a banger of a bout. He might have stole the match of the night. I gotta rewatch it again because last night was
He's
awesome.
had a lot more time to recover than Slade has.
Yeah, because Thatcher
You
was
know,
early.
yeah, his shit was like at 1:00 our time.
Yeah.
Slade was in the main event going at like 8:30 our time, so he's literally
Mm-hmm.
had like 14 hours, depending on when they put his fight. And
Mm-hmm.
he probably slept for part of that.
Probably.
Went backstage, got stitched up, got the blood cleaned off, took a shower, went home, ate, went to sleep, came back to the arena for this.
Mm-hmm.
That was literally probably what his regimen was.
Probably, yeah. Funny enough, he main evented against two doctors, had to go backstage and see real doctors.
Right. All right, so now we'll go down to the bottom row here. And these matches, or at least two of these, were literally made like 2-3 days ago, last minute additions, as the War Raiders come to Bloodsport. First, War Raider Ivar is going to take on Royce Isaacs. And when Erik was out of action from his injury and then on paternity leave because Sarah Logan, his wife, had had another kid for them, Ivar really started to show up and show out and impress me.
Mm-hmm.
And seeing some stuff that a big dude shouldn't be able to do in the ring. Very Brody Keane-esque. Royce Isaacs I've seen a few times, traditionally in this Bloodsport environment. I know he can go full tilt balls to the wall, but I'm curious to see what Ivar brings here. What about you?
Me too. I wonder if they put this together last minute because the travel issues and because WWE's in town for SummerSlam in Jersey or well MetLife in Jersey MetLife isn't too far. Josh Barnett made a couple calls and say, "Hey, can I borrow some of the talent you don't have booked?" And Triple H was like, "Here you go." So I wonder
Right?
if that's how that works. But yeah,
Maybe.
um, one of them fought in Bloodsport before. I can't remember which one. It might even have been both, but
It might have been Ivar then because
yeah.
Erik is still fresh-ish back to the company. I think
Hmm.
he's maybe been back for a little over 6 months, 6 to 9
Yeah.
months. So he only would have been able to fight at the last Bloodsport event for WrestleMania week, and I don't think he did.
No,
So it
no.
might
So
have been Ivar that has fought before.
yeah, it had to be Ivar, but they can fight, and it's gonna impress me. And Isaac is no slack. He comes from New Japan, so and you know how the style of New Japan is.
Mm-hmm.
So he's gonna tell Erik, bring it, and I can't wait. Like these two are gonna clash. It's gonna be a banger for real. And I love the pacing, how Bloodsport does their thing. So we're in for it.
And you want to talk about Banner and Brain It, Erik and the one called Manders. And the one called Manders has thoroughly impressed since I started seeing him this year. Me and James have become a huge fan of him. I'm pretty sure you have too in the few GCW shows that you've seen.
Hmm.
I think Erik has his work cut out for him. I'd almost rather see the one called Manders and Ivar, because I feel like
Yeah.
that would put the one called Manders behind the 8 ball, having to go up against the big man. This, I feel like on the surface, it looks like it's too evenly matched, in which case I give the edge to the one called Manders because I don't know about Erik's, if he's ever really done the Bloodsport environment before.
Yeah. He has he impressed me, but yeah, this is gonna be good. And one commander, this is like two big boys fighting over the last piece of chicken at the buffet line. Like this is
Man,
so
I've
good.
been craving chicken too lately, damn it.
All
Don't
right,
get me
Javai.
messed up here, Walter.
Like, it's gonna be a fight. They're gonna clear out the buffet, and at the end, neither one of them gets the chicken. That's what's gonna end up gonna happen.
Damn it. Talking about chicken. And then from there, we've got representing NXT, Charrlie Dempsey taking on Dominic Garrini. Now, Garrini, I actually did a little bit of research on, and Garrini was half of the tag team that YDNP defeated to become the GCW tag champs. But I don't think I've seen Garrini since that fight, that match for spring break. So I don't know if maybe he's been out injured. You can see the image. He looks like he's got a shoulder sling, but I think that's part of his gimmick. I think he always wears that. So I'm not sure if that's a legit injury, if it's a working injury, if he got injured in that match with YDNP or shortly after. But in any event, Charrlie Dempsey, being the son of one William Regal, will target that if he can.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't matter that Garrini is bigger, badder, more grizzled veteran status. Dempsey will target that shoulder if he can.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, ironically, Dempsey has a chip on his own shoulder because he's losing his crew. They keep fighting him to get out of his crew, and he might have something to prove as to why he was the leader of No Quarter Crew, because they're pretty much disassembled right now because everybody wants to fight him and then leave to go out on their own. They want to leave the nest. But in terms of Garini's an actual martial artist. He teaches martial arts and he's a fitness coach. So Dempsey's got his work cut out for him because Garrini comes from jiu-jitsu. If you know anything about grappling, that's all jiu-jitsu is. So that really counters Dempsey's style, and any limb he leaves out there, anything he leaves hanging, he can get caught in some kind of submission. So this is I see why they put these two together, and it's gonna be good.
All right, now we're gonna move up to the top row here. Jordan Blade and Janai Kai. Jordan Blade, I do not know a whole lot about. I don't think I've ever really seen her, but Janai Kai I've seen on the few MLW shows that we've done, and she scare me. She scare me. But she scare me kind of in a good way, where I'm looking forward to seeing her bring her badassery to this, because just looking at Jordan Blade, she looks like a jazz type, which I think would go really good paired up with Janai Kai.
Yep. She knows jiu-jitsu too, and Jordan Blade was actually in the last Bloodsport, and she impressed the shit out of me. So
okay, because remember, I missed most of that Bloodsport because we were doing a simulcast, and I came and tagged in just for the Nattie fight.
Yep, I remember. But
me and Jordan Ash were doing the Prestige show while you and James were doing Bloodsport.
Yep, and but Blade, she can go, and yeah, the Kai, she scares me too, and she's legit karate. So she brings like martial arts background too. So both of these are about to go. They both actually scare me, to be honest. I wouldn't want to. I'd be afraid to shake their hands when I meet them, and make sure keep my hands in the pocket of respect. Don't reach for hugs and don't do anything. If I ever met them or interviewed them, I would look at the ground. I wouldn't even look at them. I'm getting smacked, kicked, or punched by either one of them. So they scare me too.
Now this one could be a low-key banger. Pete Dunne versus Jonathan Gresham. Pete Dunne has been doing everything he can to put some respect back on his name since going through the whole Butch thing. And Jonathan Gresham's the octopus. I'm still a little bit surprised that Gresham hasn't been picked up from WWE, considering that his wife, Jordan Grace, works there now. It should just be a matter of time. Maybe this is going to be kind of an audition, putting him against Pete Dunne. But what are your thoughts on this one?
maybe, but I mean, this isn't 1990, so I don't think his height would work against him in WWE. It's not Vince ain't in charge no more, so. But yeah, these two match perfect. If you're a joint or a limb, I feel bad for you because both of these people grab a joint, grab a finger, grab a toe, something's gonna hurt today. I don't know what limb they go for or what they do, but there's gonna be some manipulation of some joints tonight, and I can't wait. I don't know what submit. We're gonna probably see submissions we've never seen before. These two put their brains together backstage to whoever produces Bloodsport or whatever they're gonna do. But I'm telling you, this is gonna be oppressive, and bodies are not gonna bend, or bodies are gonna bend the way they're not supposed to during this match. I can tell you that.
And that should be fun to watch.
Hmm.
And then the match that we all feel should be the main event. Nattie Neidhart, the low-key legend, and Russian Dynamite, Masha Slamovich. What really needs to be said about this? Like, this is a dream fight that people have wanted ever since the TNA partnership was announced. You know, it's like Obafemi and Moose. It's just something that everybody has wanted. And we're getting it on the Bloodsport stage of all stages.
Hmm.
Because for whatever reason, it seems like they don't really want to book Masha on WWE TV proper. You know, she's been in the crowd a couple times. She's done a run in a couple times, but I don't think she has ever had a match on NXT television.
Nope.
I could be wrong because I know I've missed a few weeks. But I don't think she has actually participated in a match. And that's a damn shame. And Nattie, being main roster, rarely comes down to NXT. So there's no way for them to really intermingle unless Nattie and Maxine become tag champs. Or unless Nattie crosses the line to Impact. But aside for AJ Styles at Slammiversary, we haven't really seen any main roster cross the line to TNA. So it sucks that we have to get it in this environment, but goddamn if I'm not looking forward to it.
Right. Hell yeah. This is my main event, and Masha keeps coming down to Bloodsport over and over again. As far as I know, she only lost 3 times. And listen to the caliber of people she's lost to. Shayna Baszler got her to tap out. Marina Shafir. We know how tough Marina Shafir is. And the only one I don't remember research is Allison Kay. I don't know too much about her, but she TKO'd Masha. And that
So it
was
was a lucky punch or kick.
yeah, pretty much. Those are the only times she beat that Masha actually lost at Bloodsport. She defended her TNA title at Bloodsport before. She is a Bloodsport veteran. Nattie impressed the hell out of me. You called it with me the last Bloodsport. She had a something to prove, and you can see how she changed her style. She really went back to the dungeon Nattie, her training where she grew up. You know, get beat down by her cousins and uncles and older people of the Hart family. So that's all
Mm-hmm.
in her, regardless of whether WWE let her use that style when she wrestled, because they gave her all those past bullshit gimmicks. She's a Neidhart slash Hart, you know, it's all in her DNA. She's got that amateur wrestling. She's got all that. She's gonna need every tool in her toolbox to go against Masha. That's why this should main event, because both of these women can bring it, and both of them are gonna bring it hard. And I can't wait. Like, I'm gonna get excited just from them doing a collar and elbow tie up. Like, that's how these two, like, they deserve it, and I can't wait. And hopefully Masha impresses the WWE higher ups, because I'm pretty sure Nattie's got some pull. If she impresses Nattie, Nattie can just go, hey, you need to start booking her on our TV because she can go, and we'll see
Yeah.
more of Masha.
Look, see, I know the blood sport environment is more UFC
Hmm.
style, MMA style. But
Hmm.
I would be lying if I said that for the first 5 minutes of this fight, if it even goes that long, because you never know how long these fights are going to go.
Hmm.
But the first few minutes of this fight, I want to see straight up like collegiate Olympic technical wrestling from these two. I want to see counters, reversals, grapples, takedowns, spinning on their back so that they can try to pretzel them and shit. I want to see some Olympic style wrestling out of these two bitches.
Hell yeah.
And that does it. That is our card for Bloodsport. I still got a few minutes left before 10 o'clock Pacific. That's 1 Eastern, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah.
let's run our watch along trailer real quick because I'm not sure how many opportunities we'll get during the actual show. And we will be right back.
And now for a taste of things to come.
All the professional wrestling and more. And that's what we're covering today. The more part.
That's accurate. That is accurate.
I can't wait. I mean, I'm so excited. This is the wheelhouse, man. Gusto, I got up here early, ready to go. Let me see.
So I gotta ask you real quick before the show gets underway. How does it feel being back and permanently now on the West Coast? How does it feel being able to do shenanigans and being done before midnight?
It feels awesome. I've said it 100 times, especially the way Noah hosts. He wants to get out of here, and it's like, ugh, it feels so good to like leave before midnight. I think one time I think it was 11:15. The earliest I think one of them we got out short. It was like before 11, so it feels good. To be honest, my body's still getting used to it. Sometimes I stay up and don't realize what time it is, or I'll wake up like mega early. I know that
Mhm.
first week I got here was off. I was waking up like 4 or 5 in the morning, just like every day, like no alarm, no nothing. I'm like, what the hell?
Mhm.
This is the time I can sleep, but it just
Because you're
takes
so
getting used
used
to
to waking
it.
up that time there because it would be 7
Yeah,
or 8.
yeah, exactly. But it's not, and believe it or not, when I came where I'm at, it's actually not as hot. And then where I left, my mother and everybody's calling me saying, "Man, it's so hot," and I'm like, "Ha ha." But it's August now, so California's about to kick my ass.
Oh yeah. All right, it is live on Triller giving the countdown. It says starts in 5:27, 6. Copyright notice.
Oh my God, we're perfectly in sync. That's exactly what it did to me. It jumped from 26 to copyright. Yeah.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5,
Hmm.
4, 3, 2, 1, 5 minutes flat.
Yep, 4:59,
Cool.
50. Yeah. But why did it always does that jumping around with the clock? But I love there's something Bloodsport gets me excited, and the fact that I love how they do it. Like the opening, they usually bring everybody who's wrestling into the ring. They split them in half. They show up. Josh does his little speech, and then they just get going. There's no BS in between.
Mhm.
So like you might not even have to dip, to be honest, because the pacing of it depends on how long the matches go. But the way they pace this, it's always and usually the only video package is maybe a main event, and that's if the two already have a rivalry. If it's just randomly people put together, there is no package.
Well, these two have been at least trading video promos on social media on like X, so they may take some
Yeah,
of those and slice them up to do a video package ahead of theirs.
yeah.
Because you got to figure they come from television wrestling, so they're used to promos to hype up a big match. So that's that's what a lot of these people do that have that experience is they'll put something out on social media. One, because social media will help promote the event, whereas you're not going to see anything on Impact about this. You're not going to see anything on Raw about this. They're not going to show commercials there and hype it up. So how do you hype up the fight? Social media. So these television wrestlers will do a little 30-second, a minute video promo, throw it out there. Their followers will get behind it. They'll retweet it. GCW will retweet it. Barnett will retweet it. And then their opponent will film a reply video to it to kind of counteract. And that's how you just build the intrigue for it.
Mm-hmm. That's definitely how you use it. That's the positive side of social media, but neither here
Yes.
nor there with the rest of it.
Yes. Believe it or not, there is positivity in social media, y'all.
Right?
I know it's hard to fathom, but it does exist.
Mm-hmm.
That's the stuff
Definitely.
that social media was made for.
Exactly. That's what it was
Not for the
supposed to
stuff
do.
it gets used for. That's what it was made for.
Exactly.
Damn it.
Exactly. It's true. That's what it was made for, but society, how they take it. I can't wait to be into. I can't wait till it starts.
Yeah, this is going to be fire. Like, I don't want the fights to be quick, but I hope that everything is done quick enough that I can see the whole show before I have to clock in.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm going to be pissed if I have to miss Nattie and Masha.
Oh yeah, that's
Knowing
true.
that's the one fight I really want to see.
That's the good side of Triller too. I mean, you want to watch what you want to watch when it's live, but you can always go back. It's not like it's a pay-per-view where if you didn't DVR it, you're screwed.
Yeah, and again, to your point, that's what I love about the Triller app. That's why I feel like the Triller Plus tier,
Mm-hmm.
which I forget how much we paid for it, is like $7.99, $8.99, $9.99,
Mm-hmm.
somewhere in that range.
Mm-hmm.
But that monthly addition to the Triller, buying the Triller Plus tier is so worth it, especially with everything that we cover.
Mm-hmm.
I canceled my Title Match Network subscription because we almost never use that anymore, and I don't want to keep getting hit for $15 for something we barely use.
Yeah, I was gonna do that too.
If we do the WrestleCade and the Ladies Night Out again in November like we did last year, I'll re-up it for that month. We'll do those shows, get the use out of it, and then I'll cancel it again. But the Triller Plus, with it having House of Glory, with it having GCW, with it having some of the other companies we cover, it's worth it because GCW traditionally puts on like 4 shows a month.
Mm-hmm.
$10 for 4 shows is incredibly worth it.
You just reminded me to cancel Title Match. I kept meaning to do it, and I just got dinged for the $15 the other day. But I got
I
3.
I was enjoying supporting title match, but we just don't cover it enough. Now getting another copyright notice. And now we're getting a little flashback from earlier this year, the collective.
Good to see
Okay, yeah, there
Shayna
was Jordan
Blazer.
Blade right there.
Yep, Carmen Petrovich.
Miyu Yamashita,
Josh,
Gabe Kidd,
Gabe Kid. I was gonna say
Thatcher,
Kid, but I couldn't remember his.
Gresham. There's Barnett. Yeah, because Gabe Kidd fought Barnett, and that shit was a
Mm-hmm.
low-key banner.
Oh
Carmen
yeah.
Petrovich really put on a good performance, too. I was hoping she would get a little bit more of a push in NXT after Bloodsport, but she's kind of been, like, nowhere to be found.
Mm-hmm. There's that kick. Oh my God! I couldn't believe Nattie kicked out after that kick.
Huge German. Tavion Heights. There's Dempsey. There's Dunne. Nattie and Miyu Yamashita. Zack Sabre Jr. and Gresham. That was a match of the night right there.
Hell yeah! Especially for our Canadian friend.
Ash. And then there was Kenzie Page, the NWA Women's World Champion, after the fight, setting up the match that they had at the Crockett Cup.
It was Pete Dunne doing some manipulation there.
Which I still think they made a mistake by not having Nattie beat Kenzie Page, because they could have ran it back at Evolution, had the NWA Women's World Championship on the line at Evolution, and put Kenzie over in a big way on a major stage ahead of their 77th anniversary show.
Oh my
With
God!
NWA now being on the Roku channel and everything, like that would have been huge for ticket sales and everything for NWA 77.
Hell yeah! Oh my God, dude! I hate this. The Last Outlaw highlight package, man.
I
That's
love it,
cute.
dude, because it shows a little bit of everything. You know, you see the high flying, you see the violence, you see some of the talent. I think it's a great representation of what GCW
Yeah.
is.
I'm joking. I don't hate it. It's just I cringe with certain parts of it.
And there's the Bloodsport logo.
Here we go,
And
JJ.
the
Are you
video
ready?
hype package. Hell yeah, I'm ready.
Bloodsport comes to Rutherford. I hope no card subject to change stuff has happened.
Well, anticipate it. And if it ends up going through clean, then even better.
Exactly.
You know, I'm curious to see what happens with Bloodsport London, which is coming up, I think, in October. You know, because they don't usually run Bloodsports that close to each other. You figure the last one we saw was Mania. That was in April. So it's been about 4 months since we've had a Bloodsport. And if they're doing Bloodsport London in 2 months, you got to figure they're going to probably use a whole different crew of people.
Yeah,
Even
probably.
in UFC, there's usually 4 to 6 months in between fights for a fighter. Body's got to heal, got to go through concussion protocol. Then they got to start training for their next fight. MLJ, the regular announcer for GCW, on the microphone. Gotten to where I recognize his voice anywhere. His voice is about as recognizable to me now as Jim Ross.
Fights are won by knockout, submission, count-out, disqualification, or referee stoppage. Here are the Bloodsport rules. If a
No
fight falls out of the
biting,
ring,
no eye gouging, no hair pulling, no small joint manipulation, no low blows, no foreign objects, no fighting after the bell. Any violation can result in a disqualification.
well, that sucks for Pete Dunne and Josh Gresham.
Fight
Small
falls
joint
out of the
manipulation.
ring. Fighters must allow their opponent the chance to get back in the ring. There is a 10 count on the outside. And then, like you said, fights are won by KO, submission, referee stoppage. 15 minutes with a 5-minute overtime if necessary. Main event is 20 minutes with a 5-minute overtime if necessary. If there is no decision at the end of overtime, the fight is declared a draw.
Let's meet the fighters. There we go. GCW Bloodsport 14. Here's Jazz and Mako. I'm hearing announcing of names, but not seeing the people.
And here they come.
There's Jordan Blade. Janai Kai. I love the uniqueness of not having ropes, too.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that. Scares you and me, JJ, and we're big people.
Nick Comoroto. The crazy thing is, like, a lot of these people, and I don't want to, like, kill aura or anything, but I bet you get Janai Kai behind closed doors and she's like a teddy bear. She's probably one of the sweetest women you'll ever meet. But just her presentation, she looks like if you just look at her wrong, she will gut you like Han Solo did the Tauntaun.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like,
yep. There's Charrlie Dempsey. I wonder what's going through his mind after basically losing his crew.
Well, he still has Ren, I think.
Mm-hmm. You know, since GCW does, you know, the intergender matches, you might as well book the Dempsey versus Ren Sinclair match on a GCW event, and if she wins, she can leave the No Quarter crew, and you can kind of combine storylines into NXT.
I like it.
Damn! Now I actually want them to book that. If you're gonna make them separate, do it that way.
Ivar from the War Raiders.
Mm-hmm. Big deal. Is Royce Isaac. He impressed me last time he was in Bloodsport. Mm. He can go. Here's Slade.
Slade.
Part of that main event. He's got to be so beat up, dude. And you already, I called it out yesterday. His back looks so beat up, and you can see all the razor scars and everything.
Here comes Thatcher.
He might have gotten a little bit more rest than Slade, but
Dude, he looks fired up.
Mm-hmm.
Not as fired up as Jordan Oliver gets, but he still looks pretty wound up here.
Mm-hmm.
The one called Manders.
Dude, look how Slade and Thatcher are staring at each other.
I love how they do this big old V to come to a point,
Yeah.
but the closer you get to the front, the closer the competitors get to each other.
Yeah.
Here comes Erik.
I wonder if this is the order of the actual fights.
Maybe.
That crowd screaming war.
The Octopus, Jonathan Gresham.
Dude, look at the size of one called Manders and Ivar standing next to each other.
Erik, yeah, I'm telling you, dude. That's why it's like I almost would have rather seen Manders versus Ivar.
Look at Gresham squeeze in between them.
She's like, funny. coming through, because he's a shorty, man, compared to them. Just look at how Manders dwarfs freaking Gresham.
Oh, dude, I didn't even know Pete Dunne cut his hair.
The Bruiserweight.
Cruiserweight Americano.
Masha Slamovich. So if your theory is right and this is the order of the matches, then they're opening with the women and they're closing with the women.
Yeah.
And the dudes are in the middle like a sandwich. Put the meat in the middle. And the women on the ends, because you know that Masha and Nattie are drawing the bread.
Sausage, egg, and cheese sandwich.
Hey, I had a couple of bacon, egg, and cheese croissant sandwiches before I left the hotel room.
Look at
And
Nattie,
here comes
man.
Nattie.
Damn, listen
God,
to
it
the
feels
reaction.
so good to hear the crowd chant her name, even though it's a smaller crowd than a Raw arena. Just to hear her get that love and show the respect. Look, Nattie isn't taking her eyes off of Masha. Masha has her eyes forward.
Mm-hmm.
These are the fighters. Now Masha taking the hood down.
Bloodsport. 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 Dude, I just got more amped just seeing this part. This is why they do that.
Mm-hmm. And to think, we're almost 20 minutes into the stream and we haven't even had a fight yet.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't look good for me.
All right. Masha's grabbing the mic. Bloodsport is a place for the elite, and Bloodsport is a place for real fighters. Every single fighter in this ring is gonna give it their all and kick some fucking ass. And you know who's gonna kick some fucking ass? I'm gonna kick your goddamn ass, and turns to Nattie into push off.
Gresham getting in the middle here. Got to build some heat. This is the first time they've been face to face.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this is the equivalent of a UFC weigh-in.
Hell
You got to
yeah.
get that face to face heat.
Mm-hmm. The crowd's chanting, "Fuck her up, Nattie. Fuck her up, Masha." They split it. The refs are all 10 minutes late. They come out, try to separate it. Gresham did your job for you. And I know WWE's tailored for kids, but you gotta let some F words slip in there. You see how much more oomph it just puts in there when we watch GCW?
Mm-hmm.
And Randy Orton loves to curse. Like, you ever seen him outside the ring in these interviews? Even when he was with the Sheamus workout, that man loves cursing.
All right, looks like our first fight is going to be Matt Mako and Ray Jazz. You know, we didn't see them out there. Maybe that's
No.
why they didn't come out, is because they're jerking the curtain.
Yeah, exactly. They said their names, but they didn't come out.
Matt Mako has a 2-4 record. This is Ray Jazz's Bloodsport debut.
Mm-hmm. Dude, Matt looks he looks scary his damn self. Do they use their own thing? I noticed that it's like a generic theme, but it's actually kind of a banger.
Well, you said he does ROH stuff, right? So it could be
Mm-hmm.
whoever does Tony Khan's music, Mikey Ruckus.
Mm-hmm.
It could be an original from him.
True.
I don't have it loud enough to where I can really hear the music. I know Nattie uses Rage Against the Machine
Ray Jazz
outside
is
of
using
WWE.
Ray Jazz is using Little Wayne. I don't do nothing but my, and I ain't
Which
nothing.
Little Wayne song? Because I only really like the early Little Wayne stuff. I don't really get into his modern stuff.
Yeah.
Like, you remember The Block is Hot?
Yeah.
I like that. That little
Yeah.
Wayne.
I think it's called Duffel Bag Boy. I think that song is called.
Mm.
Dude, Ray Jazz is in his amateur wrestling sling. I think we're about to see some grappling here. Oh, Ray Jazz is out of New Jersey.
Hometown boy. He better not choke in front of his hometown crowd.
Hmm.
Bell sounds for our opening contest, Walter. Take it away.
Oh, yeah, he's definitely a amateur wrestler. He's in that stance. Just filling each other out. Nice kick by Matt. Lower limbs. Collar and elbow tie up. Ray Jazz, he's teasing a single leg takedown. That's exactly what he wanted. Grab Matt's leg and just slams him down to the mat. Definitely an Olympic style kind of wrestling. He has an extensive amateur background, but Matt countering, grabbing, looking for a leg lock, twisting. Ray Jazz doing what he's supposed to do and flip with it. Now has him in a waist lock and a stalemate. Crowd letting competitors know how they feel about both there. Jazz impressing you with his wrestling, JJ?
Yeah, definitely. Just the fact that he's got like the Olympic singlet shows me that he's a legit competitor. I didn't really know what to think of him just based off of the match graphic and seeing that he was 0-0 in the Bloodsport environment, obviously making his debut.
Mm-hmm. And look at that counter. Matt went for a spinning leg. He ducked under the leg and single leg takedown and took him down. But the thing Ray Jazz has to remember, there's no point. It's not a point system. What he's doing is that amateur point style where you earn points every time you get a takeout. He has to keep on the attack, not just. It seems like he's content taking him down and then letting him go and get back up. It's not a point system. It just may be what he's used to. Oh, spinning elbow by Matt. I think cleaned Ray Jazz's clock and then a suplex. Jazz covering up. Looks like he's going for an arm bar here, Matt. If he breaks the arm apart, we might see a tap here, but that's what you do. You try to bridge out of it, flip over. Nice reversal by Ray Jazz. That's the way you get out of an arm bar.
Nice control there by Jazz.
Yeah, nice waist lock. Ooh, good elbow. I don't know if the elbow got through, though. I think Matt might have been able to block it with his forearm. Still hurts, though. Blocking does a little less damage, but you still hurt yourself. Nice palm strike by Matt from underneath. That'll mess up your equilibrium. That's what he's trying to do. And both men stand up. Nice knee. Ooh, Jazz might be out of it, JJ.
Could be. Got to be
top.
careful here.
Hell yeah. Going right back to that arm bar, but look what Matt pulling his own arm out. But he's got to be careful because he's giving up his leg and pins counting here. If Matt lets go of the arm bar, stretches his leg the opposite way, he can get a cover. Looks like he has a side triangle. He's trying to get a triangle in, but I think Ray Jazz is going to be able to pick him up and powerbomb him. But that triangle looks tight. He might be able to do it, JJ. Slams his way out of there. Oh,
ooh, flying punch there. Mako missed it. Got out of the way.
Mako able to take down Ray Jazz. Wow, he took him down. Both men fighting on their way up. Trying to jack for position here. Deep arm try takeover by Ray Jazz. And
but notice he didn't let go. He held on so he could float over and continue the control.
Hell yeah, with a nice belly to belly suplex that would make freaking Kurt Angle jealous. That was beautiful.
Now going for the ankle lock, mentioning Kurt Angle there.
He heard me say Kurt Angle and said, here's your Kurt Angle. Got to be careful because if you kick out of the ankle lock, you throw him up. There's no ropes to bounce off of, man. You just fly off out 10,
But
15
but
feet.
if he kicks Ray Jazz out of the ring, there's that 10-second break.
Yeah.
He's got to give an opportunity for him to get back in the ring, and gives Mako a chance to catch his breath and get his composure.
Now it's Ray Jazz's turn to look for a cross arm bar. That was a beautiful belly to back suplex, by the way, to get into this position.
Yeah, I'm definitely impressed by Ray Jazz.
Yeah, you can tell he's a wrestler too. He's got the old school wrestling boots, the whole Olympic singlet, like you said.
Ooh, nice spin kick there by Mako.
That's the mistake there.
Rolling German suplex into like a Bubba Bomb into the cross arm breaker. Ray Jazz taps.
Yep. You can see the inexperience of Ray Jazz right there. Matt just took advantage because he got caught every time he tried to charge or do something. He got caught with either a kick or something. Yeah. So I figured out what it is that ping. I gotta mute what I share, but that was actually Noah messaging me. 5 minutes and 6 seconds into the match, the winner. That was 5 minutes and 6 seconds? That passed pretty fast. Our boy from Rockin' Ropes, DJ.
What up, DJ? Go DJ, because that's my DJ.
I didn't hear that. I wasn't
Nope,
sure if
me
you
neither.
did. Don't believe everything you read until they report it general. See? This is what I like. See, they do this little flash and then the next match. Here's some highlights from Bloodsport 13. This is Dunne.
Pete Dunne and Thatcher. So one of these two is going to have the next fight.
I love that Dunne kept trying to hide from the referee to do small joint manipulation because that's a rule, and that's what he was doing there. The way he twisted his body so that he blocks the referee's vision. So Pete Dunne is just so smart in this match. I remember this.
Going for the dragon screw leg whip, but Thatcher was able to counter it.
He got a tap. The referee actually saw that small joint manipulation, but I guess it's referee discretion.
Well, I guess it's there's a little bit of like, what do you consider small joint manipulation? Do you consider the fingers? Would obviously, but do you consider the wrist a small joint? Because it looked like he had the wrist cocked back.
True.
The wrist may not be considered a small joint.
Well, they know the rules better than we do.
Now we're going to Janai Kai and Jordan Blade. Almost makes you wonder why they didn't show hype of Jordan Blade's last fight to go into this match. I missed their win-loss record. Did you catch what it was for these two?
No, I was staring at the graphic, making sure I had the right one up.
Mm.
Oh, dude. I like her music, Kai. It's almost like sped up Japanese music. I feel like I'm fighting E Honda in Street Fighter right now.
Definitely gives a video game vibe. I know she represents Contra, the Contra unit in MLW. Could it be some kind of Contra music for the video game?
Could be. Don't run and hide though, JJ. It's okay.
No.
She can't get you. She's in New Jersey.
You know what? You talk all your shit all you want, fucker. You said you're scared of her too.
I do. We're in Cali and we're opposite sides, so she'll have a lot to
That
get
don't
to.
mean nothing. She could whoop her ass, jump a flight, come out here, and then beat our ass.
Right.
I'm not messing with this chick. Fighting out of Richmond, Virginia. The submission sniper, Jordan Blade.
That's a cool ass nickname, actually.
Fighting out of Washington, D.C. The Kick Demon,
Dude,
Janai
both people,
Kai.
they both got some good ass nicknames. I like that. One's got wrestling boots, one's barefooted. So I think I know the styles that we're gonna get. There we go. Already single leg takedown attempt by Blade. Jacking for position. Oh,
Nice
nice Muay
knee
Thai
from Janai
knee.
Kai.
Out of the Muay Thai plum position. Blade with a waist lock. Takes guys down. It looks like I say at least 15-20 pound advantage by Jordan Blade. Nice knee lock here. It's spreading Kai out. That's an
Mm-hmm.
awkward position, dude. Oh.
See, and if I was
And they,
Blade, I can't see if she's doing it or if she's trying to do it, but I would use that other leg to try to put pressure on Janai Kai's free ankle there.
yeah, she didn't do it, but she neck cranked her. Now she's going for that other ankle. Think she heard you. Now they're able to, in a
Now
sitting
going for a
position,
choke.
into a cross arm breaker. Nice reversal. We're going to see a lot of armbar attempts tonight, by the way. That's just Bloodsport. Holy shit, that kick to the chest.
Well, she was called the Kick Demon. Caught her
And
in the chin, maybe rocked her. Could be going for a KO here.
She's kicking with that heavily taped leg too, almost like a cast. But then she hit a question mark kick on the top of the head, but Blade able to muscle her way over there. That's the weight difference right there. So
That may
she's
just be
blocking.
her primary leg. She may be a righty by nature. So she's
Oh yeah.
got that leg a little bit more heavily taped because that's her dominant side.
Oh my God, how smart was that? But Blade opened her arms up, laid them flat on the ground, and just went for a crazy forearm to the nose. And
Now
now
she
good
looks
leg
like she's going
submission.
for like a cross arm breaker, but on the leg.
Yeah, exactly. You can tell Kai is feeling it because she grabbed her knee right there. But now she's just slapping the hell out of her. There's a kick with the strong leg. Belly to belly. No. Northern Light suplex release.
And notice Janai Kai has that long braid, kind of like Bianca Belair. You want to make sure she doesn't use it as a weapon like Bianca does, and she's knocked her out.
Yeah, with a super kick. Like she did a thrust kick and just laid Blade out. I think she caught a flush on the damn jaw. That's the thing with these blood
Nice.
sports. They can end suddenly and eventually. This is good for you now. We were like 30 minutes in, but look how quick the two matches ended.
Right? Look at this kick again. Super kick, catches her on the jaw, just drops her. Referee
Yeah.
goes right over her and bags Janai Kai off. Doesn't let her get any more advantage. She knows that Jordan Blade is out.
Dude, that was out on impact. That's what a super kick is meant to do.
Now, Walter, you see why I don't want to mess with her?
Yep.
She a bad bitch. This is what we call a bad bitch.
3 minutes and 15 seconds. A little bit
Jesus.
shorter than the opening.
Show of respect here. Nice.
Seems like it. Nice hug.
Handshake and then a nice little hug between the two. You got the better of me today. There's always next time.
Hell yeah. Dude, that's
the thing that I like most about Bloodsport is that there may be heat before the match, but as soon as the match is over, there's a show of respect, and there's that feeling of there's always next time.
Yep.
Nick Comoroto, this is his Bloodsport debut. Simon Gotch is 2-4.
He won his last one. Yeah, now we're getting into the nitty gritty, the pacing of it.
Shoot, if it keeps going at this pacing, they may be done at like 12:30.
Hopefully. Mako just joined commentary, the one who won the opener. Matt said he barely had time to recover, man. He's giving Ray Jazz up a lot of praise right now. Look at this entrance. Halloween came 2 months early here, JJ.
I love it.
hmm Is he teasing giving the mask to the crowd? Then he just passes it to a assistant there. Oh, let's. We got to hold on to what we got. Doesn't really matter. Oh my God.
Still work on the docks.
Uh-huh.
Union went on strike. It's down on its luck. It's tough.
Okay. I like him already.
Dude, Bon Jovi is freaking underrated. I don't care. The Slippery with Wet album, track for track, is a banger. You know, I've got Living on a Prayer and It's My Life on rotation here at work on our PA system. I'll probably hear this at some point today while I'm working, and just I'm a flashback to this. And listen to the crowd.
Mm-hmm. Got each other, and that's all I wanna.
Give it a shot.
I
Telling you, bro. These are the moments that I love about independent wrestling. Stuff like this is why I cried when Bryan Danielson used Final Countdown for the first time at Forbidden Door. Because I was taken back to PWG when we were doing that. Before it became the cool thing to do at wrestling shows. Gotch needs an updated promo photo. Jesus, he doesn't even look like the guy in the photo anymore.
Not anymore. Take over for a second. I got a call.
Let's see, I don't have anything against Gotch, but I am automatically a Comoroto fan because of him using Living on a Prayer now. Bell sounds for this contest. Show of respect to start. Going for the Greco-Roman knuckle lock, test of strength here to start. Both men trading kicks. Comoroto has the waist lock, looking for a takedown here. Gets Simon Gotch on his back. Looking for some ground control here. Gotch has his legs grapevined around his waist. Comoroto with the fists there. Nice paintbrush there by Gotch. Trying to get the big man off him a little bit. Gotch trying to twist over to his stomach, but Comoroto still has control. Gotch trying to get a takedown there, but Comoroto's still too strong. Gotch does have the leg. Trying to turn him around. Got to figure Comoroto's easily got about 75 pounds on Gotch. Nice German suplex from Comoroto. Release variation.
Yeah, Gotch has lost a lot of weight since he wrestled. Like, he used to be more bulky. Looked like he slimmed down as he got older.
Yeah, maybe when he transitioned to the Bloodsport style, he got a little bit leaner, cut weight for divisions and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
You hear about that all the time. A fighter will go from like middleweight to welterweight, and either gain or cut weight depending on which belt he wants to go off of.
I like that leg lock he's got. What from underneath? He's still fighting from underneath. He's great.
With the American pants that Comoroto is wearing, I almost would have expected him to come out to Bruce Springsteen, Born in the USA.
I was thinking the same shit.
But Living on a Prayer was a nice touch too, Because Bon Jovi, of course, is from New Jersey. They're in New
Yep.
Jersey. So maybe it was a ploy to get a cheap pop from the crowd. Maybe that's his normal entrance theme. I don't know.
I don't know either. This is his debut. Nice trip by Nick. Jumps on top of Simon. Simon going up for a triangle armbar. Oh, rolled over. That's hard. Hard to pull off a top triangle because the position of your opponent is on the side. He can still kind of breathe, and the point of the triangle is to choke him out.
Well, Comoroto is supposed to take on Joey Janela tomorrow on the JCW show, so you'll be able to see him again there. Have a little bit of knowledge on him from seeing him here, and you'll be able to see if he still uses Bon Jovi or not.
I hope so, because that
But
was that
again,
moment.
it's Jersey Championship Wrestling, and the show is in New Jersey, so it could just be something for the weekend. We'd have to see something outside of this weekend, outside of Jersey, to see if he still uses it.
True. Nice amateur takedown. Oh, way to fight to the top now. Side headlock he's looking for. He might be looking for Kimura. He's trying to position Nick into it, but Nick rolled over. That's what you don't want to do. Never give up your back.
But look at them; they're close to the edge there. Also, with the way Comoroto has been dominating with his strength, he could just throw Gotch off the ring there, and then again, you get that 10 count. You get the opponent a chance to get back in the ring, and you get a few seconds to kind of get your wherewithal back together.
True. Comoroto able to get on top. Now he's in Simon's high guard, throwing elbows, but it looked like Simon blocks last second. That one got through. That one hit him right in the temple.
But Gotch using his leg strength there, try to suck the air out of his ribs, making it hard for him to breathe.
Yeah, he's got the leg vine. Oh my God! Nick picked him up and just slammed him on the back of his head to break the leg vine. That could have knocked Simon out, but now he's got an armbar. He's trying to reverse. Smart, nice shots to the rib by Simon, and he's getting these little jabs in through now an elbow. But again, he's giving up his back, and now Nick is having sort of a waist lock, but in a sitting position. I think he's gonna pick him up and suplex him here, JJ, or at least attempt
I
it.
would at least turn like he did there, because if he went for the German there, he would have thrown him off the ring. He at least was smart enough to do a 180 there, so that when he did the belly to belly that he did, he's got him in the center of the ring now, nowhere to go.
But Simon is a monk from the bottom, man. He's getting these elbows in. Surprised he hasn't lifted his knee and got that rib. It's right there for the taking.
Some people just fight better from underneath when they're backed into a corner. Because at that point, you've got nothing to lose. If you're standing out in wide open space, you've got all the room. You've got all the time in the world, so to speak. But once you've been backed into a corner, it's fight or flight. Gotch trying to turn this into an arm bar.
Yeah, he did a nice roll through. He used Nick's momentum against him. But then right back to the bottom. Yeah, I think you're right, JJ. I think he just likes fighting from the bottom. He's in his full guard. Especially if you're jiu-jitsu trained. You love the bottom. There it goes. He was waiting for Nick to make a mistake. He went for that big forearm, and he was able to slide step him. And now he's on a sleeper hold. There's the hooks.
And again, jumping on his back, trying to use his legs to grapevine.
Oh, yeah, but he gave up his arm to try to flip him, and they went right into an armbar position.
But Comoroto's still too strong. You see the way he has his fingers clenched, so he can't get the full there.
And now a leg lock, grapevine leg lock by Simon. Nick was forced to tap.
And Comoroto was dominant that entire match. Gotch took advantage, like you said, of a simple mistake that Comoroto made, and he was able to capitalize. Watch here again, the way he just pushed him off, grabbed the leg, grapevine, twisted, and there was no choice but for Comoroto to tap.
6 minutes 43 seconds, the longest fight.
Feels like it was longer.
It does.
Maybe it's just because I did the first part of the call solo without someone to bounce off of, but that match felt like it was closer to 10 minutes than 5.
It does. It's just it's because they do so much in so little time with like the reversing and stuff.
Gotch out there talking to a fan. Looked like he was
Mhm.
whispering something to maybe a friend of his, because he legit was talking directly to that guy. So
Mhm.
Dempsey hype video. So we may be getting the Dempsey match next.
I remember this. This was a good match. Look at this. That was hilarious, by the way. That's when he fought Aoki, a legend in the sport. Look at that strength of Dempsey, dude. You see that deadlift he just did? But Aoki was so flexible. Look how he was able to just reverse these moves that would usually stretch somebody out.
Mm-hmm.
These elbows. You can't. I don't care how small the Japanese are. Their toughness cannot be measured, dude. They don't give a shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then, if Taz wasn't already the suplex machine, you would give it to Dempsey now.
Just dropped Aoki on his head and knocked him out. Jesus. Was that Tavion Heights at ringside with him?
Yeah, they both had fights that night.
I'm just not used to seeing, a corner person for a blood sport match.
Oh yeah, of course.
3-1 for Dempsey. Garrini is undefeated, 2-0.
Fight number 4, and it is Dempsey versus Dominic.
And again, Garrini, along with Kevin Koo, are who YDNP defeated for the GCW tag titles back at spring break. So
Mm-hmm.
here comes Dominic Garrini.
Hey, the crowd's giving him a reaction.
Show of respect more than anything, probably.
Mm-hmm. Going barefoot here. I think it's
Because
the first. Mhm.
because Violence is Forever, his tag team were definitely a heel team.
Yeah. God, I love independent wrestling, man. I mean, granted, it's not exactly independent wrestling, but it's got that vibe.
I love Dempsey. You can definitely see his dad in him with his mannerisms, the way he walks. Even in his ring entrance, kind of the way he has that swagger to him as he comes down to the ring. You can see
Mm-hmm.
that pompous William Regal attitude.
Yep. One of the funniest moments to me ever was when Ryan got William Regal and played his old "He's a Man's" video music. And where Regal just looked like, God damn it. You ever saw that video?
Yeah.
Dude, the Bone Collector, dude. These nicknames, man. In MMA, nicknames can make or break you, man, for real. The mean streets of Blackpool, England. They still announce him as part of No Quarter Catch crew, even though it's not really a crew anymore. It's just two
Well,
people left.
I was gonna say it's still him and Ren. There's still a crew until Ren leaves him.
Yep.
You know, for
That's
all we
how.
know, he could rebuild and add new people to it.
Oh, that would be fun for you and me to pick who should be part of it. Oh, goes guard. Dominic goes guard, and then immediately a heel hook by Dempsey. Damn, the transition was crazy. Oh, that's smart. Dominic using his free leg to kick Dempsey in the back, and now Dempsey just grapevines both legs together.
But Garrini using his size advantage, definitely at least a 50, maybe 60-pound advantage there.
Hell yeah, you could see it. Jump guard. I don't understand. Dominic must be. Oh yeah, it did say that he was a jiu-jitsu fighter. He loves jumping guard. He's done it twice already. Now, if trying to go for an armbar by Dempsey, but that bridge Dempsey loves doing got a good way to get out. I wonder if Dempsey would be strong enough to pick him up from this position and powerbomb him, but he went for an ankle lock, it looks like. Nice
Well, again,
reversal, but
think about who his dad is. Regal was always a submission wrestler, the Regal stretch and everything. So Dempsey is picking that leg. He's been working that leg the entire time. You know,
hell yeah.
Garini's barefoot. So if he can get a little bit of sneaky small joint manipulation on those toes,
Mm-hmm.
you know, now a leg DDT there. He's definitely trying to pick that body part so that he can maybe lock in that Regal stretch later.
Mm-hmm. He's got a tight ankle lock, but Greasy has Dempsey's leg too at the same time, and now he's using that free leg to kick. But like you said, he's barefooted, so it might not have the same effect as if he had a boot on. Dempsey able to leg weave. Look at that. That's the cravat. Wow,
But
nice.
again, look at the leg that he has locked. He's got that same leg he's been working on.
Yeah. Sort of a calf crusher here. Dominic able to get out, go right back to his back. There you go. Hugged him to get out of the guard. Lifts him up with his leg. Got Dempsey in the air. That's a good way. That's an elevated reversal. And then goes right to the knees to those ribs. Ah, Dempsey forced a block. Let's see if Dempsey can. Oh my God! Gut wrench suplex into a headlock. Trying to put his arm in between his legs. Roll over. He can turn this into a pin if he grabs it, but now Dempsey gave his neck. There's a calf crusher. Oh my God, these two just take any joint, any free joint you give them or anything. Look, they're both. It's a simultaneous headlock calf crusher. Now Dempsey returning the favor with these knees. Oh my God, JJ. Look how red Garrin's body is.
Mm-hmm.
Those are those. Oh, nice. See, it's just when you think you got Dempsey, look how quick he can reverse you. Trying to go for a cross arm breaker here. Garrini fighting Dempsey's legs to try to free his arm. Rolls over. No, let's see if he can power bomb him. Nope, he let it go. Knee to the stomach. Open palm strikes. And what he's doing is intelligently. I know it looks kind of flimsy. What he's doing is attacking Dempsey's arm so he can give up his arm to free it and hit him in the face. Very smart. He was trying to break Dempsey's defense by attacking his arms. Oh my
Nice
God, a
knee to
neck
the
roll.
face.
That was an. Oh my God, but he jumped guard and reversed it into an armbar. What a rollover. A lot of pressure on that arm now, JJ, on the elbow, I should say.
Dempsey rolling to the outside, first person to really take advantage of that.
Yeah, that lets you know how hurt he is. I mean, look how he's grabbing his arm. There's the European uppercut. And
I
that's a
was
good
just going to
5
say that
minutes.
I had to start muting my mic because they turned the music on here. I don't want us to get copyright pinged.
Oh, okay. 5 minutes going. Nice slap. Oh my God. Garrini hit him so fast with that slap that oh, there's the Northern Light suplex into a bridge. It's gonna roll through. Butterfly suplex. Rolls through again. And a Kimura lock. What a set of moves by Dempsey. And Garrini forced a tap.
Hell yeah. Dempsey just showing why I love this kid. From the first time I saw Dempsey, I knew this kid had potential. Hopefully, he'll do what his dad never was able to do and eventually one day become a world champion.
He's gonna at least get the NXT title, and maybe you know what? This might be the first steps. That's why they're dismantling the crew. So he's not just the leader of a crew; he's on his own. And maybe Rem is his manager, but he's gonna go start going for the NXT title. He can be the one to stop Oba. People don't say Charles Dempsey a lot. He might be the one that can. I don't care how big you are. When you're on the ground giving up an arm or a leg, you can tap out. Dempsey might be able to be the one, JJ.
Well, I mean, just again, right here, look at the size difference between Dempsey and Garrini. He was able to make Garrini tap. He can do it to Femi.
Exactly. Now I want that match, damn it. Looks like Ivar, this is his debut, 0-0 against Royce Isaac, who's 4-6. There is no breaks, dude. Ivar, he is using his WWE theme. War, 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 war. The crowd is into this. Erik out here on behalf of Ivar here. Dude, Erik is a strong, big dude. Sorry, Ivar. Wow, and Royce Isaac coming out to Gangsta's Paradise. As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I take a look at my life and realize it's nothing left. Cause I've been laughing and laughing so long that even my mama thinks that my mind is gone. This is crazy. This is what you love about these kind of cards. Coming out with his Denver Nuggets jerseys representing he's from Denver, Colorado. Ivar being introduced first. Royce Isaac is now in Los Angeles, California, but born at Denver, Colorado. Malo High Samurai. These nicknames, man. Bell rings. Here we go. Man, the size difference. I think Royce is giving up at least 50 pounds. Ivar going, and Royce going right down to Ivar's knee, trying to take him down, but clubbing blows to the back by Ivar. Royce has to give up that idea. Both men standing. Collar and elbow tie up. Nice knee to the gut to Ivar by Royce. Royce needs to go for legs. If you want to take the strength away from Ivar, start leg kicking. Royce wants Ivar to go into his guard. He pulls guard, but and Ivar complies. Now he's in the high guard, but a nice arm bar. Royce likes to fight from the bottom. He's trying to submit Ivar here. He's going after the knee of Erik, but Erik puts his weight down so that he can't grip his knee, and he's just slapping his ribs and his back. Royce forced to let go. Smart by Ivar. Nice way to not get your knee taken. Ivar looks like he's fitting in real well with Bloodsport right now. Royce from underneath, twisting, trying to get an arm bar, but Erik is out of position. Or sorry, Ivar. I don't know why I keep saying Erik. Ivar is going to be able to pick up Royce and powerbomb him out of this position. Nope, but he slips out. He slips out. Overhead. Overhead sleeper. Nice reversal by Royce to get out. Stalemate. And the crowd gives it up to both of them.
I'm back, but I'm going to stay off camera while I eat.
Okay. Ivar fighting here. Nice little jab to the body. Royce, ooh, nice boxing by Royce. And now these Muay Thai knees. He caught Ivar. He caught him. Now he's trying to tackle him, but Ivar's able to pound his back. Ooh, good trip by Royce into a leg lock. And we know Royce has Ivar has knee issues. He was taken away from WWE for a while. Nice heel hook by Royce. Ivar trying to put up. That he kicks and finds his way out of it. Ivar worked his way out of that. Both men back to their feet. Good elbows by Ivar. Royce might get knocked out. Now forearm exchanges. Ivar is fighting like he's got something to prove. Huge L. Royce twists into a waist lock. I don't know if he's going to be able to grip Ivar to do a German suplex, but he grabs. Oh, he actually German suplexed Ivar, and now running knee as Ivar was on his knee standing up, and now he's attacking ground and pound. Wow. Royce transitions to the armbar right in front of Erik, by the way. But Ivar is still conscious, still fighting, moving. Ivar pulls his way back, grabs Royce's legs now. Throws him to the side and splashes Royce. And now these elbows to the side of the face. Royce may be out. Ref, do your job. Royce didn't call it. Max didn't call it, the referee. And now a side belly slam. Royce is hurt. Ivar doing the same thing now. These clubbing blows to the side of the head. Royce able to recover here, go back into the guard. Now a bulldog choke. Or the cravat chin lock. And now he's kneeing Ivar. Ooh, good knees. That'll knock you out. A series of knees. He's going to try to fisherman suplex. He fisherman suplex Ivar and he landed on his head. And now he's doing these elbows to his head, but It looked like Ivar's blocking most of them. Now Ivar got his arm trapped in between Royce's legs. Ivar rolls through. I thought Ivar might have been through. Oh, spinning thrust kick. Or sorry, spinning wheel kick. Royce is on his back. Ivar tried to do a senton, but Royce able to turn it into a sleeper. Ivar might be out. He's tapping. Oh, that one mistake Ivar made. Good grief indeed, Safet. Nobody has more experience in Bloodsport than Royce Isaac. He just took advantage of one mistake. You cannot make mistakes in this sport. But Ivar, to me, was a good debut. He just made a simple mistake.
Definitely a valiant effort.
Hell yeah. That's all it takes. Now, they should show respect after. Royce knows he's been in a fight. Look how hard he's breathing. I mean, when you're in a rear naked choke, you got two choices, pass out or tap out. Ivar chose to tap out. Ivar doesn't need to hang his head, though. That was a great, great, great fight. I'm sure he won't make the same mistake twice. Royce sticking his arm out, it looks like. Oh, fist bump. Oh, Ivar bows, shows real respect. And now they fist bump.
Well, you pointed out earlier, Royce Isaacs from New Japan. So Japanese tradition to bow to your opponents.
Hell yeah. Think they'll go into a. This is Masha
And I could
Jody
be wrong.
Mhm.
I could be wrong, but I think the War Raiders wrestled in Japan before being signed to the Black and Gold NXT.
Yes, they
So
did.
War Raiders would be familiar with the customs.
Yeah. His Jody Threat versus Masha highlights. That was a banger of a match, dude. That kick. Look at that kick. Masha was just able to knock Jody out, man. Looks like we're going for Slade, who's actually 0-1 in Bloodsport, against Timpthy Thatcher, who's 3-3-1.
Some reason I thought Slade had fought more in Bloodsport.
It just seemed like it. Here's Thatcher. This man is. I love the kind of pants that Thatcher wears. Yesterday they were red and black. This one's the blue and black, but the like that style, I like it.
Very Terry Funk inspired, like you pointed out yesterday.
Yeah, exactly. This is gonna be a banger, dude. Look at the intensity in both men. They haven't even touched, and look at their intensity. They say Slade is fighting out of Rikers Island. 200 pounds even. Damn, look at the scars on that man's back. He's been through wars.
That's gimmick infringement, damn it.
Right.
Fighting out of Rikers Island. That was my shtick when I was the prisoner.
Oh.
I would say that I was from Arkham Asylum by way of Rikers Island.
Uh, Timothy Thatcher, 207 pounds, only a 7 pound difference. Oh God, good fist bump, little sportsmanship at the beginning of the match. Now jocking for position here. Collar and elbow tie up. I didn't think that that's how this match would start. Side headlock into a takeover by Timothy Thatcher. Slade fighting from underneath, trying to punch his chest. Kind of has him in the standing Kimura. I think he's going to roll through and try to do the Kimura. That's exactly what Thatcher does. I just saw the setup. Oh my God, he's got the Kimura deep too. Slade able to flip out of it or roll out of it, attacking Tim's back. Nice European uppercut. Aside from Claudio Costanoli, Timothy Thatcher has some of the best European uppercuts in the game.
And what's crazy is Thatcher isn't even European.
Right? Nice shot to the kidney, just with a knee to the Slade's kidney. Now he's got a mouth and nose. He's trying to wrench his nose there, trying to make it harder for Slade to breathe. But Slade able to pull Thatcher's arm lower. I think he's just trying to flip him over. Doesn't work. Thatcher just laid forward. So Slade's working against him. And I like Slade's Gaston style boots too, by the way. Gaston. Body lock by Thatcher. Flip. Wow. Nice takeover. Thatcher with just a solid kick right to one of those scars. I think it woke Slade up there, JJ.
I think you're right.
Now Slade just literally just kicking Thatcher's back. But Thatcher able to get into a torque in his ankle here. A nice toe hold. And look at that. Slade able to manipulate the fingers of Thatcher, but then right into a ground and pound elbows. And Slade is just taking it. I think Slade's enjoying this pain.
Slade definitely looks like a guy that enjoys pain for pleasure. Commentary on the show was talking about the death match from last night and how crazy it was. And the other commentator was like, have you ever seen a death match that wasn't crazy?
Exactly. That's just got a hammer lock from the front. I don't know if he's going to turn it into a northern suplex. Solar plex elbow. Oh, he's just trying to hit him right in the chest to where he can't breathe and knock him out. That's what he's trying to do. Now, and Slade, the way he's got the hammer lock, Slade can't swing back at him, but a headbutt. Oh my God, that headbutt kind of it looks like Thatcher's a little fuzzy now.
If that had been Matt Tremont, he'd be busted open after that headbutt.
Oh my God, there'll be pus everywhere. Slade able to stop, and then Thatcher grabs his leg. Looking like a brick. Pinning is a rule. I have yet to see any of the matches go for a pin. It seems like he's in a half Nelson here. And then opening Slade's ribs to just be able to punch him in the stomach and the ribs. Thatcher with a front face leg. He got a neck crank here. And then Slade bite him. He bit him. No biting is a rule. I think Slade just got disqualified. Slade just bit Thatcher, and they're screaming, "You sick fuck," I think that's Dempsey in there trying to break it up. The match is over. Slade has been disqualified, but they're just still going at it. And he's biting him
Remember, no
again.
fighting after the bell either.
Yep.
Now a lot of the competitors are coming out there. Dempsey, the first one out, and you notice he was going straight after Thatcher because of the WWE connection. Thatcher
Yep.
part of the ID program, Dempsey part of NXT.
Mm-hmm.
But as the rest of the people came out there, crowd chanting, "Let them fight."
No,
Slade
they
is
gotta.
just a sick fuck. They may end up booking this for a show down the road.
They need to respect the rules.
GCW Homecoming will be back here in Jersey later this month on all Forbidden Door weekend. They may turn this into something there. Thatcher on the mic now.
He said no reason for that shit. This is a legit spread. He's mad at Slade. But the crowd is chanting for Slade. There's your idea, JJ. He said maybe I'll come to the house with no rules, GCW, and I'll fight you. Fuck him up, Thatcher. Fuck him up. The crowd's chanting. I think the challenge was just laid out, JJ, to your point.
Well, we know the WWAID program has a working relationship with GCW. And like I said, GCW Homecoming will be at the Showboat in Atlantic City, New Jersey, Forbidden Door weekend, both Saturday and Sunday. If there was a time to do it, I would book it for that show. That way these Jersey fans can see the continuation of this fight, this feud.
Exactly. I'm going into another package here. Looking at Nattie in the last fight with Minu. And there's that mule kick that Nattie did that got her into the ring post.
I'm not going to lie. I'm a little bit sad that Miyu isn't on this card.
I know. There's a sharpshooter that Nattie locked in, and she won. Minu being freaking defiant, stuck her middle finger up, and Nattie just went crazy. Uh-oh. Erik and the one called Manders is next.
Yep, Erik 0-0 has never fought in Bloodsport. Bloodsport debut. Manders 0-1. So should be interesting. Now we get some more Bon Jovi as the one called Manders comes out to Wanted Dead or Alive.
Want it dead or alive. War, war, war. Dude, the crowd are into the Roy Raiders.
Hopefully, Erik does better than Ivar did.
Hopefully. Here you go, Erik and the one man Manders. The one called Manders. One man. All right, I'm gonna have to break the rules and say Mander during this action because I'm pretty sure that's gonna go so much back and forth that by the time I say one called Mander, some transition's gonna happen and I'm behind.
I'll allow it this one time. There you go. Ring the bell. Erik shakes the one called Mander's hand. These are some big men. Woof. Test of strength kind of grip right now. Erik throws him. Go for that same grip again. One Manders goes for the leg shot, but Erik able to thrust out of the way. Front face leg by Manders. Erik able to slip out into an arm trap. Now a waist lock while Manders is on the ground. Reverse waist lock. Manders has Erik. Erik looking for some elbows. Manders able to pick up, but didn't suplex him. Now Erik grabbing his arm. Erik has his arm and Manders' head, but at the same time, Manders has Erik's leg, and now he's into Manders' guard. Or sorry, into Erik's guard. Stalemate. And the crowd gives it to him. Oh, nice kick by Erik to Manders' knee. Almost took his knee out. You can see Manders is starting to be ginger now. Trying to Charlie horse that leg.
Yeah, man, that was a huge kick, and then he keeps going for it. Nice scoop slam by Manders. Nice takeover, right, Erik? Wow, I'm laughing at what the announcers are talking about Ohio. Erik is slapping one Manders' forehead, but Manders able to give one back from underneath. Now a bulldog choke or a front face lock. And one call Manders starting to get up, but he's attacking Erik's rib at the same time. Very evenly matched. Nice takedown by Erik. He's using his collar and his shoulder to kind of suffocate one called Manders, and if he jumps over him, he can get a Darce choke. But now Manders reversed it. He's doing these open hand slaps. What he's trying to do is he's attacking the ribs so that Erik lowers his blocking from his face, and then he opens his face up. But Erik just got up. It was smart strategy by Manders, but it just didn't work. Nice single leg takedown by Erik. I don't think I've ever seen Manders kind of manhandled here. Erik's been pretty much spending like 60% of the match on top.
Well, remember what happened with the Simon Gotch match? Simon Gotch fought from underneath the entire time, ended up getting the victory.
Yep. So Erik's got to watch out. An exploder suplex by one called Manders. But Erik just got up and just got hyped. Now an exploder suplex of his own. And one called Manders saying, no, no, no. I think this is about to be a throwing contest. Nope. Forearm exchanges.
Little game of anything you can do, I can do better.
Mm-hmm. 5 minutes have gone by officially by the announcer. I love how the crowd is just going for both people.
Is that the first time they've announced how much time has gone by? Because I don't remember hearing it for the other fights.
No, they did it with the Dempsey fight. They tried to do it for every fight that goes over 5 minutes. The problem is not too many have gone over it. Ooh, what an elbow by Erik. This is just too evenly matched. Ooh, nice takedown by Erik. And then a clothesline by Manders. Nice lariat. We might get our first double KO that we've ever seen, JJ.
That would be cool.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I apologize if my replies to you are a little bit delayed. I have to keep my mic muted so that the music doesn't get pulled. You know, I don't want us to get copyright thing by me leaving the mic hot.
Yeah, no, I hear you. Wow, what a knee by Erik. I think one called Manders just got knocked out.
He didn't get knocked out. You got to go Smokey style. He got knocked the fuck out, man.
Yeah, yeah. Whoa, what a knee. Take a look at the replay here. Oh, he ran into it. That's why. Holy shit. That's a legal strike, too. Why would you go in with your hands down, man? Holy shit, Erik just countered.
Fight of the night so far, in my opinion.
Hell yeah. The one called Manders, I think he thinks he's back in his hotel and in the bed going night-night right now. Yeah, exactly, Safet. And they're hugging it out. They're showing the replay again. This is definitely the fight of the night so far. It was the Dempsey fight until this happened.
And maybe it's just because I'm so familiar, but I had high expectations for this one anyway, knowing what I know about Manders.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said when we were previewing, Erik as opposed to Ivar is so even, you know, as far as like height, weight, build with Manders.
Mm-hmm.
I knew this was going to be good, but that's why I kind of wanted Manders versus Ivar, because I wanted to see if Manders could overcome the bigger guy.
Oh, Lord.
So maybe at Bloodsport London or at the Collective next year, Manders will get a shot at Ivar.
Yeah, well, I think they went into intermission, so this might be a good time to run the trailer here. So I'm gonna go ahead to run our own trailer as they going into a 9-minute intermission here. So here's the updated, if I can get the right damn thing. Here we go.
And now for a taste of things to come.
Attention, Brittany Brooks here.
This is your NWA Women's World Television Champion. This is the TNA Knockouts World Champion, Masha Slamovich.
Subscribe to Rage of Wrestling on YouTube. Póngase verde.
You better subscribe right now ahora to Rage of Wrestling. Subscribe to Rage of Wrestling on YouTube.
Everybody, make sure you subscribe to Rage of Wrestling on YouTube and get them to 200 subscribers. Let's go!
All the professional wrestling, and yes, please, you saw towards the end of the trailer, it showed the 2 nights of WrestleMania in Vegas. We need our people to be there to get live coverage and interact, and we are just 33, maybe 34 the last time I checked, subscribers away from getting to 200 to get out of my wife's hair for her to send us to Vegas, which is actually closer now that I'm here in California, so it's actually more achievable now than ever. So please tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend and subscribe. Word of the day.
Definitely. I was just looking at the images, and we've only got 2 fights left. Pete Dunne and Gresham, and Nattie and Masha. We've done every other fight so far. That is how quick this has gone. Dude, if I had known these were going to go so quick, I would have held off on eating until we were done with the show.
Wow.
Because, dude, this show will definitely be over by 12:30. Because there's no way those fights are going to go, a total of 30 minutes. So.
Yeah, but definitely, I think it was the Charrlie Dempsey fight that was the fight of the night until that Erik in one man called Manders just happened. Like, it just kind of surpassed it, dude. That was so crazy. That's our first legit. That knockout was just, oh my God, that looked brutal. That freaking knee. Safet. That's what we're hoping, Safet, and it better. It should. God damn it, I might riot if it ain't. Hell yeah, more to come. August is busy for us, man. And it's the birthday boy is coming. Yeah. The JJ's birthday is in November. So I mean, sorry, August, November. Wow.
Yeah. We've got to make this happen, man. That just shows how selfless I am, man. My birthday wish for August is to have by the time this month is over for you to get to that goal. That is my
Mm-hmm.
birthday wish. So y'all make it happen. Tell your friends, if you have friends that are wrestling fans, tell them to subscribe to Rage of Wrestling.
Please,
Because I want
please,
to be able
please.
to hang out with these guys in person, go to wrestling shows together, maybe us be able to secure some interviews for the channels, still have something on the horizon. I teased a while back a mystery interview. It's definitely still on the horizon. Just finances haven't been there for me to make the necessary donation to lock the person down. But I still communicate with them. And, it's still going to happen. I just need the funds. But I have a very strong feeling that that person will be there in Vegas at some of the festivities. So worst case scenario, we'll lock it down in time for Vegas and do it in person.
Mm-hmm.
But just so much stuff on the horizon. All those shows you saw in the watch along trailer. We've got
Please. Yes. We apologize for the dead air, but we didn't expect an intermission. 25, 24, so they should be back.
And again, I would have my mic open and hot for more active conversation, but I don't want the music to get picked up on the show.
Yeah, exactly. Minute 25, talk about what we saw last. I didn't get a chance to see James cover it. It seemed like they were still live on the air while we were doing predictions, so that must have been a long show I gotta watch. From last night, from James and Ryan's call.
Yeah, I went back and I watched the first two matches prior to, from the start of the Hog show before I went to bed. But I was just tired, so I didn't keep going. What I saw was decent. First match was a 6-person ladder match. Again, somebody taking advantage of the whole ladders with it being the 25th anniversary of TLC this weekend. 6-person ladder match. And then the second match was a tag title match where the champs retained, but then were attacked by Cruz from AEW afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
Yo Rush, Action Andretti setting up a match for the tag titles at the show in September in Philly. So what I saw of it was pretty good. Still have to see the rest of it myself, and then I still need to see night 3 of the Japan shows that GCW did.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, honestly, I went straight to we had a little snack for everybody everybody, and I gave the kids their bath and went to bed, man. Uh, Like I really don't like that stop and start watch thing. I like to be able to sit and relax and actually watch a whole event. So that's why I don't want to get into something knowing I'll fall asleep on it.
Traditionally, I'm the same, but I just use my judgment. And once I feel my eyes getting heavy, I just stop. When I feel my eyes getting heavy, I just stop the show feed and I just turn it off. But I'm
Yeah,
right
I
there
feel you
with
on
you.
that.
I know how much stuff there is that I'm behind on, and I wanted to try to see as much as I could ahead of shenanigans tonight. I clock in a couple hours, a little under 2 hours now at work. So maybe I'll get to watch a little bit more if this show ends. Like we've been saying before 12:30, maybe I'll get another half hour, 45 minutes of it in. But just kind of is what it is.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't know. I think it's the time change, but man, my eyes been.
Yeah, I've been going to bed a lot earlier than I did around WrestleMania time,
Hmm.
just because of the stuff I've been going through in my life. Sometimes it's easier to just go to bed and shut down than it is to try to stay up and let your brain run wild.
Hmm. Definitely runs wild for me too, man. I stay up and think of a
And
lot of
looks like
stuff.
we are about to come back on.
Yeah, man. Here's some music. They're introducing the War Master, Josh Barnett, the one who puts these things together. See if he gets interrupted.
How he still fights at his age is beyond me. Dude has got to be in his 50s, and he still, you know, gets in there and puts on those banners that he does in this environment.
Exactly. And he still fights legit MMA too. It's just crazy. He says we have an obligation. This is our 14th show in the U.S., but we have our second international show coming up September 28th, Bloodsport, London. So it's September. Tickets are on sale right now. We have a hell of a wrestle card tonight. We got the Pete Dunne, Jonathan Gresham, and the main event, Masha and Nattie. He just announced that it's the main event. Hold on to your fucking hat, he says. Ironically, JJ has a hat he can hold on to. Going into like a music video? Oh, I think this is a video package for the Bruiserweight. Yep, Josh, that's cool that they did this. They gave Pete Dunne his own little like intro.
It's like a Titantron video.
Mm-hmm.
I saw that it said Gresham is 0-2 in the Bloodsport environment. I missed what it said for Pete Dunne.
I think it said 2-4. These two last fights are going to be bangers. Oh, he's got the octopus. The last time he came out, he didn't have the octopus mask. I can't. I'm really looking forward to this one, man. You know, height aside, that is one built man. And there's Pete Dunne, short haircut. No, the crowd just screaming, bruise your way, heavy favorite here.
Dude, people love Pete Dunne. I don't know why they haven't pushed him more on the main roster.
Mm-mm. The octopus, Jonathan Gresham. We're getting introduced first. It's to that reaction. Yeah, I don't know. Can't wait for this bell to ring. There's the bell. Josh Gresham reaches out, shakes hands. Pete Dunne complies. Here we go. Regular wrestling move. Collar and elbow tie up.
These are honestly two of the
Waist
best
lock by
technical
Pete Dunne.
wrestlers out there right now.
Oh yeah, we're gonna see a lot of transitions in traditional. There's a transition right there by Pete Dunne, able to grab Gresham's arm. They're jockeying for each other's position for arms right here. Gresham takes Dunne down, but then lets him get up.
The level of respect to give him a clean break like that.
Mm-hmm. Back to a stalemate. Pete Dunne twists under Gresham's arm and goes right for a heel hook or a toe hold. Starting to crank Gresham's ankle foot right there. That'll hurt Gresham's knee. Gresham trying to use his free leg to kick out of it. Rolls to his back. Rolls over, but Pete able to just drag Gresham back into position and puts it in deeper now. Almost like the Regal stretch position here. Gresham works his way out of it. Now Gresham just grabbing the Bruiserweight's arm, putting it over his shoulder. I think he was going to put it over his own shoulder and hit him a few times, but Pete Dunne got out of there. And now Pete Dunne returning the favor and giving him a clean break. Little friendly pat in the back while he does it. Pete Dunne grabbing Gresham's leg. Gresham trying to like crawl out. And then Pete Dunne again slaps him on the head and lets him up. Now it's getting to the point where it's almost mockery. Gresham's on the outside. It's only the second person that took advantage of that rule. The first one was Charles Dempsey. Or Charrlie, I should say. Gresham jumps up back into the ring. One of the fans shouted something funny that caught Gresham attention.
You're
I don't
okay
know what he
calling him
said.
Charles. That's what Ren calls him.
Pete Dunne, overhead takeover, side headlock. Gresham works right back up. Pete Dunne, another headlock takeover into the bulldog choke. Does it a third time, but Gresham just keeps finding his way back up to his feet. Now, good takeover. Cartwheels out of his way. Nice. Both men just kind of giving each other a nod. Pete Dunne took a strike. Gresham saw it coming and ducked. Gresham telling him, hey, calm down. We're showing respect. Dunne kind of smiling, giving a cheeky smile there. 5 minutes have gone by. Nice leg takedown. Death lock here by Pete Dunne. Roll through. Twerking Gresham's ankle, and then Gresham grabs Dunne's ankle and twists it to try to break the death lock. Grabs his other free leg. Now Gresham's putting the pressure on Dunne's toe and ankle. Both men just cranking each other's legs. Evenly matched. Gresham's just trying to, you can see him thinking, trying to see what he can do to separate himself from Pete Dunne. And Pete Dunne just doing these interlocking legs. Gresham take over. Now it's Gresham on top of Pete Dunne, grabbing his feet, his fingers. Little manipulation by the joint. Okay, so they said it's legal if you do all four. If you isolate one finger, I guess it makes it illegal.
Got you. Good to know.
Yeah. I like how they just bandering and messing with each other. Gresham jumps and acts like he was gonna slap Pete Dunne and gets him to jump, and now Gresham's making fun of him. Back into that test your strength kind of position. Dunne uses his knee to break it and then just slaps Gresham. He wants Gresham to return it. I think the gentleman in Gresham's about to leave because that was a hard ass slap. Gresham trying to trip Pete Dunne. Pete Dunne able to stop that momentum. Gresham with a slap to the face. Damn, Pete Dunne almost fell out of the ring.
Gresham's trying to use his veteran instinct to throw Pete Dunne off of his game. You notice he went for a standard chop, but then turned it into a backhand afterwards. The 1-2 combination.
And these two so familiar with each other. This is the first time they wrestled. They wrestled a lot. Nice head scissor takeover by Gresham to get Pete Dunne down flat on the mat. Then he's got Pete Dunne's hands. Dunne able to rock his hip to get sitting, trying to nullify the legs, hooking the toe to twist out, and he gets his head out. Now with a single arm, he slapped the back of Gresham's head and then kicked him. Kicked him again in the face. Yeah, and Gresham with a chop. That shit was loud. Dunne just slapped the hell out of Gresham. Gresham slap across the face to Dunne, almost laid him out with a slap.
It's like those slap fights that we see on the internet these days where people just slap the shit out of each other to see who falls and gives up first.
Mm-hmm. Dana White from the UFC actually owns that now. Dunne just slapped Gresham. Gresham went down. He put his hands behind his back to give Pete Dunne the shot. Now Pete Dunne returns the favor, puts his hands behind his back, tells Gresham to slap him. Yeah, it's exactly what it is, JJ. Gresham measuring it. The crowd got quiet so they could hear the slap, but Dunne ducked it. And now it's just a slap fest. And now they announced 10 minutes. This is the longest match of the night.
So far, we still have the main event.
Mm-hmm. Hammer fist by Dunne as Gresham's underneath. Nice head scissor takeover from underneath. Keep Dunne able to kip up to get out of it. And Gresham slaps the shit out of Dunne. And now he's hammer fisting Dunne. And Dunne with a head scissor takeover. Another slap. That'll hit your equilibrium to the eardrum. Gresham went for one too many slaps, and Dunne reversed it into a Kimura. And I think Gresham tapped. Yep. One too many slaps, and he countered it.
Shit, the way that happened, because the way that Dunne went down after those slaps, I thought he was KO'd. Referee was right there in position to call it, but you could see that Dunne was still trying to defend himself. So they didn't stop the fight. But man, he had Gresham scouted, locked that Kimura in. Gresham had nothing to do but to tap. That was a great finish.
Mm-hmm. He went to the same move one too many times. What do they call it? Going to the well too many times. And for Gresham to be such a veteran, he knows, look, he's disappointed in himself. He knows he made a mistake. 10 minutes, 48 seconds. Here we go, main event. You get to see JJ. Nattie saying she met Masha when she was 16 years old. You were a fan asking me for an advice and how to break into the business. Today, Masha, at Bloodsport, you're not facing an 18-year-old WWE vet. You're going to be facing a brand new first-year competition. And she's hungry and she's dangerous. I promise today, I promise you, I swear on everything Hart family member that's ever come before me, Masha, that when I'm done with you, you are not going to be able to walk. Damn. I've survived Natalia. But you're not going to fucking survive Nattie. Damn. Masha was so.
Masha
I mean,
3-3, Nattie 1-0 in Bloodsport.
damn, Nattie was getting emotional. She was so. She's tired of being underappreciated.
I don't
But
blame her, dude. Her family has given a lot for this business. Her uncle literally died trying to enter the ring. She has been in the WWE for 18 years, has 2 women's championships to her credit. One
hmm
of them was the Divas title. She has been overlooked, pushed to the side, cast off. She lives on WWE's island of misfit toys. I don't blame her for being frustrated, for being pissed, for taking this reinvention to her character and showing the world that she's got everything left to give. She is not done by any stretch of the imagination.
not at all. Here's Nattie. She's sticking her middle finger up at dude. There's some tense here. You can cut the tension with the knife here.
And despite this change in her character, still enough respect and love for the fans.
hmm Nattie, you're not underappreciated by the Simply Reliable Studios. We would love to interview you. We give you praise all the time, especially JJ. Masha Slamovich versus Neidhart. It's the main event. Here we go, JJ.
Masha, with
Dude.
her one in the air, she acknowledges the tribal chief.
Mm-hmm. Dude, I'm so hyped and they haven't even touched. They haven't even finished announcing. Mm-mm. Fuck them up, Natty. Fuck them up. Dude. Natty getting loose. Bell rings. Here we go, JJ. Nose to nose. They pushing each other. Nice slap by Natty. Headlock takeover. Masha kicks up, crawls over to Natty. Natty alligator rolls her.
Both women showing that grappling that we wanted from them in the early going of this matchup.
Hell yeah. Nice choke by Masha. But if anybody knows how to get out of a choke, it's freaking Natty. Nattie, look at that. Nattie able to kick from the bottom and kick Masha's head, but she tried one too many times. Masha takes advantage and gets in a knee bar.
Dude, this is everything I wanted and more.
Mm-hmm. Nattie kicks Masha in the face to roll out of that knee bar. She caught Masha flush too. Masha's holding her jaw.
Dude,
She's
she
already
was
going for.
holding on to that. She was holding on the leg for dear life.
Mm-hmm. She tried to go for the sharpshooter, but gave up her arm, and Masha able to get Nattie. Now she pushes Nattie down. Nice martial arts side kick. Nattie throws Masha out of the ring. No 10-second break. Nattie went right after her into the crowd. These two are just fighting. Fuck that 10-second break. You're supposed to allow somebody to get back in the ring, but Nattie said, damn that. Took to the crowd and said, this bitch. And Nattie with a high ankle lock.
Masha countering with her own ankle lock, legs grapevined around the leg for added impact.
Mm-hmm. A lower one now. Lower leg lock. Ankle lock, I should say. But again, if anyone knows how to counter, it's Nattie, and there's the counter. But Nattie's she's feeling it. Nattie with a front face lock. No, Northern Light suplex by Masha rolls through and down into a cross arm bar. Nattie fighting it. I don't think I've seen a pin attempt in any of the matches, right, JJ?
Not at all.
And Nattie in the Masha's guard. Masha's chopping. Nattie smacks her back. She's, oh my God! Nattie literally muscled her way out of Masha's guard. Twisting into a heel hook. She's got Masha's leg stretched out, trying to hyperextend her knee, her ankle, and her foot. Nice leg bar by Nattie. And then she gave up her ankle, her own ankle. Masha twisting Nattie's ankle. It's like a tug of war. Nice kick to the jaw by Nattie. Calls her a bitch and mounts her. Now these fists from the top. Dude, I love this aggressive side of Nattie. Nice headbutt by Masha. And now into a into a guillotine now. Nattie trying to resist tapping out. It looks like she wants to, but she's just telling herself you can't. Finds her way up and just slams Masha down in the back of her head. Five minutes
That's an
have
easy
already
way
gone
to
by.
give somebody a concussion or knock them out.
Hell yeah. Right back into a guillotine choke of Nattie own. And Nattie got pushed into the security. And Masha goes in after her. Diving. Crowd chanting, holy shit. These two women are going at it. Second time they're in the audience. They don't care about these 10-second breaks. Masha slapping Nattie right between the jaw and the neck. Nattie went for some kind of discus move, but Masha's just able to kick her. Nattie said, fuck you, and knocks into the sharpshooter. Does she get it? Sticks her middle finger in Masha's face. Turns over, sits down. She's got the sharpshooter in the middle. There's no ropes to break or anything. She's sitting down hard, too. She's got this clinch, JJ. She's getting the crowd to scream tap. Masha refusing to tap, trying to roll her way out of it, sticking her middle finger up at Nattie. Nattie flips over, stomps her into the throat. Masha is just defiant until the end. Nattie kicking her in the throat. Let's go, the sharpshooter hold, and just hammer fist. Hammer fist. Scarlett stays Masha. Oh my God. Nattie knocked her out with those hammer fists. What an ending. I think Nattie's pissed at the referee for stopping it. I mean, she caught Masha flush right to the side of the head. Look. Masha was defending herself and then her arms just dropped.
Hell yeah. Go fucking Nattie.
Oh yeah, I love this side of her.
Now that the fight is over, though, is she going to show that love and respect to Masha? Because low-key, they really idolize each other and respect each other.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the way she's just glaring at Masha.
Mm-hmm. Listen, it's so great to hear a crowd scream for Nattie. Even I'm getting emotional.
Dude, I have loved Nattie for years. There's a reason I named my daughter Natalie.
Mm-hmm.
And you're looking at her.
Time of the fight, 7 minutes, 2 seconds. For the winner
So that
by
Pete
referee
Dunne fight is the longest one.
Yep. Nattie lifts her own arm. She didn't even give the referee a second. Let's see. This is going to be interesting. Looks like Nattie's going to walk away without showing that respect. But she's jumping into the crowd. Taking a picture now. That's literally what the UFC does with those pictures after you win. Love this side of Nattie. Just giving the crowd their love. And that's going to do it. That's Josh Barnett, Bloodsport 14. What do you think, JJ?
Dude, that shit was fucking awesome.
Definitely. That Pete Dunne and John Gresham longest match. But it seems like more because they were playing with one another, more like a game of showmanship rather than actually trying to win the fight. And then it got serious towards the end. I love the way it ended, though.
Mm-hmm.
So Nattie and Masha, fight of the night, or you think the Erik fight?
I definitely got to go Nattie and Masha.
Mm-hmm. There's a reason they were the main event, dude. So that about does it. It's not over for me. I still got SummerSlam. I think you about to clock into work, right?
Little bit, yeah. Still got a little bit of time before I have to go in there. I'm about an hour. Yeah, about an hour and 15 minutes.
Okay. So I say maybe we run the trailer one last time and then get our shields and get out of here.
Yeah, definitely, because you guys will be back on the air in about 2 hours. Which to Safet's point, by the way, the SummerSlam pre-show starts now, but you guys go on. We know, Safet, we don't need to be on the air for 3 hours just bullshit.
It's hard enough to
unnecessary, bro.
Yeah.
If you would like to buy the Simply Reliable Studios and pay us all a large sum of money to take over, then you can post stuff like this. Okay? Otherwise, let us run the fucking brand. You do this shit all the time, bro. And we try to be nice about it. We try not to be overtly dickish about it. But, like, come on, bro. Noah barely comes in freaking like 10 minutes towards the end of the pre-show anyway. You think he's going to sit there for 3 hours with video packages and bullshit before we even get to the actual show and then have to see those same video packages? Come on now.
You already know how he feels about WWE shows and the fuck television and
For
fuck
real.
streaming.
For real. And how could we start a show at 12 o'clock Pacific, 3 Eastern, when we're freaking on the air already, doing another show? And James isn't going to be here today. At least not until shenanigans at best. So we don't have the coverage. Let us orchestrate things the way we need to orchestrate them, bro. Because, I mean, if Safet's willing to buy the brand, then you don't have to worry if you hit 200 subscribers. We could just use that money to get us all to Vegas for Mania.
Seriously.
But anyways, yes, I think it's a good idea. Let's run the watch-along trailer one more time, even though it's definitely outdated because so many shows at the front end have happened. The problem is that there's not enough graphics right now to replace those shows. So I've got to wait a little bit to do an updated trailer. That's why I don't have updated trailers right now. So it just kind of is what it is. But let's hit that watch-along trailer one more time. We'll come back, we'll shill for ourselves, and we'll get off the air. Go ahead, Walter.
And now for a taste of things to come.
And as you can see by our trailer, we are about all the wrestling and more, including GCW, MMA style stuff, including professional sports. Actually, Statboy has been talking to me in private. He wants to do the Monday Night Football games each week during football season. I told him I'd think about it and possibly let him do it. So once football season kicks off at the beginning of September, we may have Monday Night Football coverage every Monday. Something to potentially look forward to. You're muted, Walter.
That's nice. Whenever Seattle Seahawks play, I might join the call with them, because that's my
There you
team.
go.
Even though
Okay, I mean, well, hell, rather than leaving Statboy solo, if it fits in your schedule, you could always be his commentary partner for the entire season. It's what, 16 calls? Because it's usually what, a 16-week season or an 18-week season?
Yeah, 18, yeah.
So 18 weeks every Monday. See what happens. But yeah, something that's being talked about around the CASA side of the Simply Reliable Studios.
Nice. I think it depends. Most of them are on Fox, right? And Sling TV doesn't have Fox, so I have to find alternative ways to watch it. Yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Mm-hmm. But sometimes they're on other channels, like.
Well, let's go ahead and get our shills out there.
Yeah, bread and butter for me, the Rage of Wrestling YouTube channel. Please subscribe. We can get to that. You saw the trailer right at the end there. We saw that we're this close to getting there to WrestleMania. I would love to do it. So the at Rage of Wrestling YouTube channel. You can follow me on Instagram as well, walter.cruz.940, and X for Walter Alex Cruz. And that's it for me. Just please subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell an enemy to tell a friend that to subscribe, because we definitely need it.
Hey there, it is the center of attention, Brittany Brooks here.
This is your NWA Women's World Television Champion. This is the TNA Knockouts World Champion, Masha Slamovich.
Subscribe to Rage of Wrestling on YouTube. Póngase verde.
You better subscribe right now ahora to Rage of Wrestling. Subscribe to Rage of Wrestling on YouTube.
Everybody, make sure you subscribe to Rage of Wrestling on YouTube and get them to 200 subscribers. Let's go!
Yes, please. Let's go indeed. And JJ, where can they see you?
Let's use this one because
Yeah.
it's got all of them on there.
Huh.
You can find me on Instagram, the Renegade JJ Williams, YouTube, of course, Casa D18 Studios, X ROW JJ Williams, and Casa D18 Studio. No S at the end of the X account. Casa D18 Studios, where you'll find me participating in and hosting spaces. So if you want more wrestling conversation during the week, those are the channels to follow. But like Brittany Brooks said, like Tiffany Nieves said, like Masha Slamovich said, like Mr. Iguana said, subscribe to Rage of Wrestling. Get him there. 34 subs is all that we need. Make it happen. That is my birthday wish for the month. Let's go. Let's get him there. Once again, we will be there. We will be back on the air. Not I, but Walter and Noah will be on the air in about 2 hours to begin our SummerSlam coverage. Thank you all for joining us for Josh Barnett's Bloodsport 14. And until later, we will see you guys next time. Have a good day.
Adios.